This week, I'm summoning the best highlights and creeping it real with LaSalle Sports. Happy Halloween. I'm Riley Kavchok.
And I'm Liv Funk. Don't be spooked that Gwen isn't here, because it isn't a treat for you to see me today. But don't be too spooked this Halloween, because you're watching LaSalle TV's home for Explorer Athletics, SportsLine.
Welcome to SportsLine. We're serving up scary good highlights and an interview so good it'll haunt you. So sit tight if you dare.
And later, Riley got to sit down with Juliana Marino to talk about the LaSalle cheer team.
But first, let's take a look at our SportsLine top 3.
Number 1. Next Monday marks the start of basketball season with home opener and pregame festivities starting at 5 p.m. to tip off at 7.
Number 2, Haley Gershey made headlines this week for her 10th goal of the season, the most since Macy Bowser in 2019.
Number 3, field hockey's Darian DeLeo is this week's NovaCare Student Athlete of the Week. With just under 5 minutes left in the game, DeLeo scored her first career goal and a game winner.
Well, welcome.
It's great to be
It's my
back.
first time being on with you. You were on with Gwen last time. So let's go right into this basketball season. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm excited for...
Is like the confidence scale there? We got pretty much a fully rebuilt team going on.
It should be interesting to see how they'll do this year.
Definitely.
Hopefully they'll do well.
Yeah, definitely.
That
And I'm really
helps.
excited for like the fan, like what they're gonna do with the new arena, and then what is it, the Outlaws? All the
Yeah.
Outlaws.
Yep.
That'll be so super exciting. So I can't wait to look for that. That's it for top 3. Now let's see how our teams did in this week's recaps. The field hockey team took on Virginia Commonwealth last Friday. The game began quickly for the Rams offense, scoring a goal in the first 48 seconds of the game. The offense pressure continued throughout the first quarter for VCU, when they connected again before the expiration of the frame, giving them a 2-0 lead ahead of the Explorers. Before the end of the half, the Rams were able to knock one in, increasing their lead to 3-0. In the second half, the Explorers' defense only let in 2 more goals, and the offense would make a push back, but they would not have any goals to show for it, falling 5-0. It was then time to take on the Rider Broncs for field hockey's senior day. The game started quickly for the Explorers with shots on goal 10 minutes into the first. Laura McCann struck first, getting a senior day goal for LaSalle off an assist by Matilda Didrikson. Early in the second frame, Rider had an opportunity to strike back with a game-tying goal set up by a corner attempt. The team then went into a break, tied at 1. It was a scoreless third frame, but the Explorers would take the lead in the final 15 minutes with a goal from senior Sophia Pla, off an assist by Zal Rodrigo. It wouldn't be long before the Bronx strike back with a goal of their own to tie up the game once again. Rider was unsuccessful to break the late tie on corners, and breakaway play allowed Rodrigo to swing a pass to Darian DeLeo, who beat Rider's defense for the game-winning score, ending 3-2 for the Explorers.
Men's golf hosted the final event of the season this past Thursday, ending the season on a high note. Junior Armand Luscalzo stood out during the match on his home course, shooting a 70+4. This resulted in a second-place finish for Luscalzo. Sophomore Gavin Dosch and freshman Peyton Hawk both tied for 16th, each shooting an 80+10. The team finished in a 5th place overall.
Men's soccer also had their senior day, but this time against VCU. Tino Canese was back in goal for LaSalle, making his first save in the 11th minute of the game. The Explorers would fire shots through the first half with attempts from Colin Beasley, Andrew Rosenbaum, and Adani J, but none would back the back of the net. The Rams were able to sneak a goal past the Explorers' defense right before the end of the half. LaSalle came out strong in the second half with a shot on goal by Kyrese Lynch-Bailey that was saved. Canese would make crucial saves that would keep the Explorers in the game. LaSalle found its breakthrough in the 79th minute when Beasley shot from outside the box, curling the ball into the far right top corner to tie the game. Both teams would battle it out, but neither would get another big chance, and the game ended in a draw 1-1.
Sunday, women's soccer traveled to Richmond, Virginia to take on Richmond University. The game started with LaSalle's defense applying pressure early, firing 3 shots in the first 10 minutes to establish their dominance. As the game turned physical, 2 cards were handed out in quick succession, setting the tone for a hard-fought battle. The Explorers controlled the remainder of the half, outshooting Richmond 6-1. After halftime, LaSalle immediately resumed their attack and were rewarded with a goal in the 53rd minute. Thanks to assists from Gabby Picotto and Olivia Vercella, 8 minutes later, LaSalle struck again, with Alexis Garcia finding fellow freshman Ella Cadian for the second goal of the match. The Explorers' defense held strong, not allowing a shot on goal until the 70th minute. The Spiders managed just 1 more shot for the remainder of the game, leading to a 2-0 victory for LaSalle.
The LaSalle women's rowing team rounded out an impressive fall slate at the head of the Schuylkill on Saturday, having 4 boats compete, the most since their fall opener. The Novus 4 got things started for the Explorers, finishing 12th in LaSalle's first race of the day. The Varsity 4+ took on the championship division, where they outpaced boats from A10, St. Joseph's, George Washington, and Fordham, showing their competitive edge. The second Varsity 8+ impressed as well, securing 22nd place out of 48 boats, demonstrating their growth and teamwork throughout the season. Finally, the first Varsity 8+ boat put on a perfect performance, beating out rivals Temple, Fordham, and George Mason to finish 10th out of 21 boats.
Men's rowing finished their 2024 fall season on Saturday at the head of the Schuylkill Regatta. The team took 3rd place in 2 of 3 events. The Frosch 8 boat secured a 3rd place finish with a time of 12:11:29, beating out Temple and Drexel. The men's championship 8 boat also came in 3rd with a time of 10:59:92, beating out Temple, Drexel, and St. Joe's. The Club 8 championship boat came in 8th place at a pace of 11:42:08.
Okay. Not that much this week, but we do have some wins, which is really good. We'll start with field hockey, who they had their senior night win against Ryder. I feel like being a senior, that's like all you want, especially playing. When I was in high school, that's what I wanted. We didn't get that, but just senior night, it's like really when you want to like not show out, but like really like show everyone what you worked for this past 4 years on. And it looks like they did it.
Yeah, definitely. Apparently, a senior was involved in every scoring play made throughout the game, so that's like amazing for all their seniors.
Definitely. And then soccer also had their senior night. Where was that? Who did they? I don't think they won. They didn't win.
Yeah, the men's soccer they
tied. That's better than losing.
Yeah, they did something.
Yeah, definitely something. But they have other things to look forward to besides senior night. You don't always win your senior night.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice.
Yeah.
It would have been nice for them to win a couple games, but not much we can do about it. But Varsity boat, 10th out of 21st. I feel like that's pretty good for them.
Yeah. Both the men's and women's rowing did really well this weekend.
Yeah. And like it's 10th place, but like in rowing, it's not really like first, second, third. If you get 10th out of 21, that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
What else was women's soccer? Women's soccer. They won. They won. Okay. Women's soccer this year overall had a pretty good scoring record. They had pretty good stats. Good players.
Yeah.
I know a lot of their players are seniors, which is gonna be a little upsetting next year, but per every team they've been revamping. So looking for that. But no, women's soccer has been pretty good this year as far as winning. They had a couple ties, not as many losses. I know field hockey and soccer. Those were the 2 very winning sports at the school. So sad to see their season ending, but hopefully more good things come. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I got the chance to sit down and learn more about the LaSalle cheer, and you won't want to miss it.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for kids and teens. These programs cover doctor's appointments, hospital visits, prescriptions, shots, and more. As parents, we get peace of mind knowing that our children are covered if they are sick or get injured. You may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if you've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
I found hope in the midst of an overwhelming situation.
Alcoholism is a disease that can affect any family. Everyone suffers, but there is help and hope at Al-Anon Family Groups.
Al-Anon gave me my life back. I'm a better father and husband.
Are you in an overwhelming situation because of someone else's drinking? Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Local and virtual meetings are available. Maybe one could work for you. Call 1-866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome back. Riley got the chance to sit down with a member of the cheer team. Take a look.
Welcome back to On the Sideline. I'm Riley Kavchok, and joining me today is someone who knows a thing or two about being on the actual sideline. This is Jules Marina from the LaSalle cheerleading team. Jules, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
So, can you tell me a little about your cheer journey and how you got into cheer originally?
So I started off doing gymnastics when I was about 7 years old, and then I got into All-Star when I was about 10, and I did it up till I was 14. And I started off on level 2, where I was just throwing back handsprings, and then my last year cheering, I was on senior level 5.
And how has the transition been from All-Star cheer to college cheer?
I think it's been pretty smooth, honestly. I think it's very repetitive. It feels the same like being an All-Star. A lot of stunting, a lot of tumbling. It just feels the same. It feels good.
How is college cheerleading different from All-Star in terms of training and routines and everything that goes into what makes All-Star cheer All-Star?
I think with All-Star, it's a lot more competitive, for sure. Like, you're doing competitions almost every weekend, and like, your friends are pretty much like all your cheer friends. You don't really have time to like go out, hang out with friends from school. So with that, it's like just a lot of competitions, a lot more practice. I feel like with college cheer, I'm able to balance my studies and my sorority and doing events for charity. Yeah.
What aspects of All-Star cheer do you miss, and what do you enjoy more about college cheer?
I think with All-Star, I miss like just my old coaches, competitions. Like, there's like no better high than being on the competition mat and hearing everyone like cheer for you when you hit a zero deduction routine. But I think what cheer I like so much at college is it feels very more family-like LaSalle cheer. The coaches ask you, like, we all sit in a circle at the end of practice, and we do like I think they call it like a positivity circle, and we talk about all the things we did good and what we need to improve on.
That's good.
And we shout out people as well.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like that positive affirmations definitely builds a team and like bonds them together. After taking a couple years off, was there anything challenging to adjust to during tryouts?
Honestly, I feel like with cheer, because I did it at such a young age and did it till like my early teen years, it just honestly felt like riding a bike.
And what has been the hardest skill that you had to learn recently?
We are learning a new stunt for when the basketball team walks out. We're doing a new stunt sequence, and that was a little hard to learn.
Do you want to get into that? explain it?
Could, but it would also be a nice surprise.
Okay. Oh,
You guys gotta come to the game to see it.
Okay, so how would you describe the team's dynamic and connection?
I would say we're all very close. We all look out for each other and support one another, not only on the mat, but also in classes. We're also just care about one another and just support each other.
And how do you balance practice and workouts with academics?
I think it's easier having a lot to do because it makes you more on top of what you need to get done in the classroom. So I do like being busy. I think it helps a lot.
And then from being one athlete to another athlete, what advice would you give for time management?
Have a schedule, like set reminders, alarms for when stuff's due, because it does get very busy and you can lose track of things.
Yeah, so speaking of your little surprise, your first game of the season is this Monday. What are you most excited for?
To show off our new stunts. I'm very excited for that and to do our dances.
Do you think you'll be nervous coming out?
I think I will.
Really?
But
even after all the years?
Yeah, because it's like there's gonna be a crowd. Like you always get a little nervous with the crowd, but like once you're in the air, you lock in and you just know that you got it.
And then at LaSalle, what has been your favorite stunt or routine that you're hoping to perform?
We do this thing, I believe it's called a Superman, where, sorry, I'm gonna like.
Go ahead.
But so you first, like they dip, they throw you up to extension, power press, and throw. And as a flyer, you're up like this, they dip, throw you, and you tuck your knees and then fall on your stomach.
So it's literally you fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you do it like a front walkover out.
Complicated. Fun. And then I know that you're flying. We just talked about that. Can you walk us through what goes through your head while flying like when you first started to even now? Does it change? Does the nerves ever change?
I feel like it never changes. Like I try to when I'm up in the air, look at something and just focus on it because sometimes it can be shaky underneath. Everyone's trying to get their grips together. So I just try to focus on something and I'm just telling myself squeeze your stomach, lock your legs, keep your ankles together.
And then what advice would you give someone looking to transition from all-star cheer to a college cheer team?
I think just it's very repetitive. Be yourself. I think the more nerve-wracking thing is getting to know girls on the team rather than doing your performance.
And to really spot out the differences between all-star and college, can you talk a little about your all-star experience?
Of course. Wow.
Go way back.
Yeah, I gotta go way back. So when I was 10, I tried out for my cousin's gym that she was cheering at, and we had to tumble, and then we did stunts, and I'd never been in the air before, so it was really scary. And then I ended up loving it. This is kind of weird to say, but you feel like you're like a bird, you feel like you're flying, it's really fun. And then after that, I made youth level 2, and it was the team, we were called Brave, and we ended up, one of my favorite memories of it was we went to a competition called Bash for Cash in Atlantic City, and if you get if you score first in your division, you can get $2,000 for your gym, and my team ended up winning the whole competition, and we were also invited to go to a competition in the Poconos called The One, and we also won that and got rings. So that was a really fun memory. Then after that, my second year, I was on junior level 3, and that's where we started to throw back tucks. And I remember we won our first big national competition in Virginia Beach, and we got our first ever jackets, so that was fun. Then after that, I was on junior level 3 again, and same thing. We didn't win the jackets that year, but very repetitive tucks. And then after that, I was on senior level 4, and that was a bit challenging because we started throwing skills like whip-throughs, layouts, and then after that, I was on senior level 5, and it was fun. We started throwing fulls.
And then do you want to compare it to LaSalle cheer now? What do you guys throw? And
so I
basic
feel
routines?
we're very more stunt geared than tumbling. There is a few of us that do tumble, but I think we try to focus more on making our stunts have high difficulty.
And then coming off basically what you said, what has been one of your most memorable moments overall in cheering?
Ooh, there's so many. I think the first time I found out I was on level 5, that was probably the most rewarding feeling, and anyone who was an all-star would understand that.
And then, has there been any lessons from cheer that you apply in your daily life?
Definitely. Like, you don't quit anything. If you start something, you have to finish it. And also, like, just work hard. Like, they teach you to, like, be disciplined. And I try to carry that out within my academics and in my life.
And what advice would you give someone who's looking to maybe start all-star cheer or go to college and join the cheer team?
It can oftentimes be nerve-wracking if it's something you're not used to, but I would recommend doing it. It's a good way to get out of your comfort zone, and it's very rewarding at the end.
And then do you see yourself doing any more cheer beyond your college career?
Probably not, but I support anyone that would want to do that.
Yeah.
I think I want to focus more on my degree.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jules. That's
Of
all I have
course.
today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. I wish you the best of luck. Have so much fun on Monday.
Thank
and
you.
back to the desk. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have all of this week's upcoming games. Stay tuned.
Think buying fake products is harmless? Think again. Counterfeits are made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. Each year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products are sold in the U.S. I smell big crime. Think about it. If you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart. Buy smart. Go for real.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agreed, the scammers are out of control.
Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work, and it's great. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure-our-world.
Did you know that listening to music, enjoying art, or simply holding hands can boost your cognition? Like me, you want to maintain brain health for as long as possible. I'm Kevin Jameson, President of the Dementia Society of America. Please request our free guide filled with 10 building blocks to better brain health, care planning, and facts about dementia. Visit our website at 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or call us at 1-800-DEMENTIA. You want to live life to the fullest, and our free guide can help.
Dear University of...
Thank you for your offer
to become student ID number 283471.
While I appreciate your desire
for my impeccable academic record,
I must decline the opportunity
to get a generic degree.
I've decided to tell my story.
To be a student,
not a statistic.
I wish you good luck in the future
as I embark on mine.
Welcome back. We have a busy week of Explorers sports, so here's what you have to look forward to. Field hockey has their final regular season game tomorrow at St. Joseph's University at 3 p.m. They will then compete in the Atlantic 10 Championship on Thursday. The long-anticipated wait for basketball season is finally here, with women's basketball traveling to Orlando, Maryland to play the University of Maine at 11 a.m. on Monday, November 4th. Men's basketball will also have their first home opener game at 7 p.m. versus American in the John Glazier Arena.
Saturday at 1 p.m., men's soccer will travel to Washington, D.C. to play George Washington in their last regular season game. Men's and women's cross country will both be competing in the Atlantic 10 Championship this weekend in Merchantsville, Virginia. Well, since it's Halloween, we thought that we would bring a little bit of the Halloween spirit to SportsLine.
One moment. I'm a mouse. Duh.
And I'm a bunny, obviously.
Okay, anyways, basketball. We talked about that already. Exciting. Field hockey starts their championship games along with other sports, but field hockey's first, so that's all that matters. So I hope they have a good opponent. I hope it's not someone too fierce,
we'll see.
Too hard.
We'll see how they do.
So that'll be exciting for them. And then St. Joseph's University, that's their last regular season game. They've beat St. Joseph's before. They got it.
Yeah.
They got it.
Yeah.
And then, what is it? Men's soccer will play their last regular season game, then championships. And then cross country. That is why Gwen is not here right now. Gwen,
Gwen.
good luck. Good luck
got
to
it.
you. But they've been doing also really good this year, individually and as a team. So that should be really good to.
Yeah, I feel like they always do a good job. So
yeah,
we're
definitely
gonna see them keep on doing good.
That's basically all we have coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much else.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. Are you gonna go trick or treating at all?
I am going trick or treating.
Yeah, I want to go trick or treating, but I don't know if I'll be able to. I got a lot of homework tonight, so we'll see.
Okay, yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Who knows? Who knows?
And there's field lacrosse.
Oh yeah, basketball. Are you ready for the upcoming season?
I'm
I know we
ready.
already talked about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I'm ready for the upcoming season with basketball. Again, they have new
homecoming.
Team. Yeah, homecoming. The homecoming game. That's always exciting. That's a fun thing. Looking forward to.
Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
I'm hoping we have a good season.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of our star big players that we had last season. So this season it's definitely something new.
Yeah.
And then something fun.
Yeah, we still have some people.
It'll be exciting.
So, yeah. That
That just about wraps it up for this week. If you can't make it out to watch the Explorers play, be sure to tune in to next week's for our coverage. Keep up with this weekend's other sporting events by visiting goexplorers.com.
Also, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV and on Instagram at LTV. We welcome you to send us your thoughts and suggestions there.
For our entire SportsLine team, I'm Riley Kavchok.
And I'm Liv Funk. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the game.